It's Bunny, and today's video is gonna be random, but you guys, rest in peace, Joann's. Today we are doing a Joann's haul, and I have been posting pictures ever since we found out the store is closing on Snap, and a lot of y'all requested me over there like do a haul of what I got. And I also just want to hear in the comments down below who else is so upset that Joann's is closed. You guys, I honestly like don't know what I'm gonna do with any of my spare rambling time anymore. Like I feel like everybody kind of has a certain store that like if you're bored or you're stressed out, you just need to like decompress, you just want to like get out and kind of like walk around aimlessly inside of somewhere. That store for me was Joann's. I have been going to Joann's since literally I do not remember how long with my mom. And I will not be too afraid to admit, y'all, ever since the store has closed, sometimes I just drive by there aimlessly and just sit in the parking lot for 5 minutes. Like I know it sounds corny, but it just like makes me so sad. I do kind of feel like Joann's far and away was the best like all around craft store, especially if you're like me and you love like sewing. And I can't tell you guys like the number of times in my life that it's been Halloween and I just randomly like a week before Halloween get an idea of a random costume that I want to sit down and make. Like I used to could just get hit with inspiration, pop down to Joann's. They have fabric, they've got patterns, they've got thread. They don't have anything anymore because now they are closed. But I know a lot of the stores like finally closed on May 31st. Unfortunately, ours closed on May 24th. So it's already been a little while for me. But the dust has settled and I don't know about you guys, but like I hate when stores go out of business, but the best thing about stores going out of business, if you want to like find a little silver lining, is that I love keeping memorabilia from said store. And you guys, I kind of went a little bit crazier with Joann's than any store closing before. I have now a growing collection. I used to just have shopping baskets and shopping carts from like Spirit Halloween, but now my collection has unfortunately grown to Party City and Joann's, and I think that there was somewhere in between too that went out of business. But I know this looks silly, but like I actually have so many uses for these hand carts, hand baskets, especially when I'm like separating out like different things for different videos. So the only thing I didn't get was I really wanted to take the number ticket. Well, I say take, I wanted to buy the number ticket dispensing machine. You know, if you go get fabric cut at Joann's, you take a number. But yeah, like my store was being a little bit chaotic, if I am being honest. Like they made a whole list of names and numbers and they never called, they never did. So literally I was like going in painstakingly every single day before closing day and I kept trying to buy the baskets. And for the longest time, they would not let me buy them, even though the number of baskets was dwindling every day because they told me people were stealing the baskets. So finally, like 3 days before they closed, they went ahead and let me buy them because I was like literally not with tears in my eyes, but mentally with tears in my eyes. I was like, please let me just buy them before everyone like steals them anyway. So yeah, anyway, let's finally get into the haul, shall we? So I got 3 shopping baskets, you guys, 3 push cart shopping baskets. Now I actually have intention for one of these. I think I'm gonna do the black one. I have forever wanted to do like a cactus in succulent rolling shopping cart garden. So that's kind of my intentions with that one. I'm gonna try and like hit it with Rust-Oleum and stuff so that it doesn't just rust from perpetually sitting outside. But I basically wanted like one of the styles of shopping carts from each shopping cart that I remembered. I think personally the lime green is my favorite, but I also got the dark green and black. I also think that like, it's so weird because I feel like recently, like a year or so ago, my local store, they like redid the whole inside of the store, the logo, the branding, the baskets. So I think the black baskets were the new ones, but I feel like I have the most memories with either of the green baskets. And then I got 2 hand baskets like this, one for me, one for my mom. And then the lady who was working there the day she sold me the baskets, she was so nice because, oh, the only other thing I really, really wanted to get that I couldn't find to buy was an apron like that the employees had, but she was so sweet. She did bring out all of these goodies. So I got 2 of everything, one for me, one for my mom. I'm also like keeping all of these things for my junk journal, but I did get 2 name tags. So I'm gonna ask my mom which one she wants, but one says I'm a crocheter and one says I'm a sewist. I also love to collect these little like name badges. I have one from Spirit Halloween as well. I think they're just kind of fun to put in my Ita bag. So I have one of each of those. And then I got us 2 of these buttons, which Joann's, your happy place is here. Yes, it was. Y'all, I'm really, really hoping that Joann's is gonna pull a Big Lots where they like randomly closed every single store 2 months ago and now they're like reopening them all. I really hope it. I'm really hoping that that happens to Joann's. And then lastly, I got 2 of these, which I remember people had these like punched into their name tags. I think it was like little awards you could get, but they are also really cute. It says cut above Joann, and they are just these little scissor pin backs. But can you guys believe like all of this was like $1? I also already put these somewhere, but I will insert a photo. She also let me buy 3 rolls of like Joann's tape. And I was like, hey, I can just use that for like my junk journaling and stuff. Like, when is tape not useful? So I thought I could use a couple strip, like it was literally like $1 a roll. Like, I don't even feel like you can get normal packing tape for $1 a roll. All right, you guys, I'm just gonna be showing y'all everything else I got in no particular order. And some of this stuff is scattered because literally, like I said, I was going like basically every single day for a while, like, cause prices were lowering. And mostly I was just trying to buy like the store stuff. Oh, I know. I'll show y'all one last thing that I got that was like store display kind of stuff. One of these is gonna go to my mom. It says Quilt, Craft, and More. They had these hanging over like where the bolts of fabric, like the bolts of cotton fabric and stuff were. So I'm gonna start coughing now. Very dusty. And then this one I really wanted. It says Costume Fabrics, because that's honestly like one of the things that I loved the most about going to Joann's was getting like the Halloween fabric for costumes, and all of that. So now moving on to more practical items. I got beads, you guys. I love doing beads for like the last year or so. I got really into ducking Jeeps, and I like to have these like beads. Like, my favorite thing to do is make these like rear view mirror things that I then like hang on people's Jeeps with like a little duck on it. So I got these that are happy faces. I have more of these lurking in here somewhere because I got these and they were like 70% off, and then towards the very end they still had a ton of them and they were 90% off. I got these for my mom. She absolutely loves like gingerbreads and snowmen, and these are like big glass beads. And then you guys know this is one of my favorite colors, the fuchsia magenta. And so I just got these kind of crystally beads. I got this fabric for my mom. It is Christmas puppy dog candy cane fabric. This I literally found in the bottom of a barrel. It was like super clearance. It's like, is this called rick-rack or bric-a-brac? I like literally do not know, but y'all know how much I love tie-dye stuff. So this is like a tie-dye fade trim, which I will admit, like, I kind of just started to like grab a few things because I was like literally thinking like, what am I gonna do when inspiration strikes and there's no craft stores left, you guys? Because like, honestly, we went into Michael's the other day and it's just like they don't have as much. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't have as much. And yeah. And then we've got these glass gingerbread beads. So they have like candy cane, spacers, gingerbread crystals. Now I got this for my mom and it was kind of a boo-boo oopsie, honestly. I bought this the day that they finally let me buy the shopping carts, and this is cute. I got her another, she likes making these little Amy Groomy. I don't know how to say it if I'm being honest, but she started really getting into the Woobles kits, and so she loves teddy bears, and I saw this one, and I don't know if they ever had a crochet one and they were just out of that one, but I mistakenly grabbed knitting. Now I did get this like 80% off, so I think it was like $3 or $4, so maybe she would like to learn to knit with this, but knitting is kind of the only craft we don't do, so I wish I would have gotten the crochet one, or if they would have had the crochet one. I honestly don't know. Okay, jumping into another thing that I love to do with my mom is diamond painting. You guys, I kind of accidentally got into this last year. Don't ask me why. Like, I have a moderate niche interest in the Mona Lisa, and they had this. Mona Lisa, diamond painting, let's become an artiste. All right, up next, this is kind of random, but this was so incredibly cheap. They had this hanging where they used to have, like, I call the fancy fabrics that are like the vinyls, the velvets, stuff like that. So this is plastic. It's almost like a tablecloth, but I thought that this would be good for future videos. Like if I do like making snacks again or tie-dye, like something messy. Like I got this as like a vinyl backdrop because it's easy. Like if you get it wet or something, you can just like wipe it off and reuse it. So I'll go ahead and jump into this stack of stuff because I feel like that's a good lead in, because I had never seen this before, but I also got this for like a backdrop of filming like up close or ASMR style videos because it says I'm washable paper. I feel like, first of all, like this kind of metallic background is great when I'm doing like the up close, you know, like the unboxings I do on Snapchat or on my second channel. I feel like just sometimes a nice, super bright foil background is great for that. You guys, I kind of went ham on the single sheets of scrapbooking paper. They had a lot that were reversible, but once again, I literally have all of this. For backdrop, this will kind of make your eyes go crazy though, but I got all of these for backdrop possibilities for my little up close unboxings. How cool is this one? I'm probably gonna use that for actual scrapbooking, I guess. It's like plastic numbers, but like look at all of that. Look at all of that. I swear I never had seen any of this like when the store actually existed. We've got unicorns. I'm just like flipping through this super quickly. I miss doing these random hauls with you guys, but I guess it's kind of silly to just show y'all things from a store that you can't even go to anymore. I got a lot of the tie-dye sheets because frankly, let's be honest, tie-dye, one of my all-time favorite motifs. And then I could not pass up this. It's been so long since I bought like a traditional scrapbook like this, but I just loved this kind of like, I don't know if it's like really reading well on camera, but it's also almost like a muted tie-dye, like iridescent. Like it's kind of cool, right? And then randomly I decided to get this gigantic drawing tablet. And I already pulled a sheet out of this because I'm working on a car DIY right now that you guys definitely will see. So I figured like it does not hurt to get like just giant craft paper. I got these. You're never gonna know when you need fancy googly eyeballs with eyelashes. I got two things that I may do, like a does this thing really work for? I'm probably gonna do this on my second channel, Banana Peppers. I feel like that's where I do like the more like junk journal, scrapbooky, stationery type things, but I actually almost bought this one day and then I was like, okay, like, do you really need that? And then I couldn't stop thinking about it, and thankfully, like, nobody had bought it. I went back like 3 days later and got it a little bit cheaper, but this actually looks quite interesting. I thought maybe it would be good for junk journaling. So somehow you set up these different punches and it will cut out the whole alphabet. So I thought that could be kind of cool to like punch out of, I almost said magazines, but I feel like magazines also don't exist anymore. I also want to try this out because flattening flowers, what's that called? Pressing flowers is something I've wanted to get into for a long time, but I feel like I just don't have the memory and the patience to remember to like screw down and slowly press flowers. So this is called Quixie Daisy, and you're supposed to be able to just microwave, press, and dry them in minutes. So let me know if y'all want to see this here on my main channel or on my second channel. I don't know. This is a secret present for my friend Kat, so hopefully she's not watching this yet, but I thought she'd love this. She loves frogs and mushrooms. But look at this. It's like a cool little like weekly planner, and at the bottom you can put, there's like a habit tracker. I thought she would really love this, and I thought it would be great to like put like in front of your computer keyboard. Moving on. I randomly got a stack of canvases. Like, I just kind of felt like I've only done art on a canvas like once in my life, and I was like, you know what? Where am I gonna get those anymore? I don't know. They're on clearance. I'm gonna put them to the side and wait until I get an artistic urge. This was kind of a stupid purchase, but you guys, I couldn't pass it up. I kept wandering down once again like the sketchbook and pen aisle, just because I feel like that, like this sounds so dumb when I say it out loud, but I feel like going down the pen aisle and selecting, like when you used to could buy pens, markers, highlighters, and jelly rolls one at a time. I feel like stores like that are disappearing, and I used to love to do that when I was still in college. I would like randomly on my way to class sometimes roll by and pick up like a random new glittery jelly roll, and it was just an experience, you know? So I picked up this random pen because look at this, you guys. This is like an archaeological find. Like, I feel like this has been sitting for so long at the store that the pink cap is like faded. Only some of them were like this. And I was like, oh my God. So I tried it out on the paper. It is a bit dried out and crusty, but like, do you ever just have objects that you feel like will just haunt you if you don't pick them up? Like, my brain is 100% still at Joann. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like this was just like a fundamental store for me. So I was like, you know what? You're gonna be haunted if you don't get this like retail faded. Like, I feel like it's just been under store lights for so many years that it's like, it almost looks sun bleached. Like, it's truly strange. I also got this once again. At the time I did not have a current junk journal, so I was kind of thinking maybe this would be a good junk journal, but now I ended up getting a junk journal. So once again, it's just an oversized, oh my God. Wait, did I shove this in here? Yes, I did. Look, I took another one of those, you know, couldn't pass it up. So we have just a few more things in here. I got these, which is round watercolor pads. I just once again thought it would be kind of fun to do artworks. This is actually from Amazon. I just stuck it in there. I'm gonna make a video on this. Have y'all seen these? I know it's just like sponges, but it's called foam texture painting paper. You like paint on these things and it puffs up. Very fascinating. Now I have another empty Joann's bag. I got these magical fish stickers. So cute, so beautiful. Okay, this is a rather large item that I got from my mom. And see, okay, if I may, I feel like this is part of the reason why Joann's went out of business. And I feel like this was like agitating to me. Let me know if it's agitating to you as a customer as well. I feel like they would constantly bring in things with super expensive prices on them, only to basically immediately start selling it for like 60% off. But like, why? You know, cause this was $100. And then by the time we got to it, when it was on clearance, it was $25. And I feel like this is a $25 item. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's very cute. It's a bear wicker basket. And my mom, like whenever we're working on a sewing craft or whenever she's just sewing, we inevitably have scraps. And so she always likes to have like a scrap bin, a scrap barrel, if you will. And so the one she has now is like, I don't even know where she got it from, but it's kind of like just getting gross over the years, but she loves bears. So here we have a beautiful bear basket. There's like a piece of of fuzz trying to infiltrate my pupils. So it's like very, very cute, but like, I don't know. Like, I'll never forget a couple Halloweens ago, they brought in these like giant plastic skulls and they were selling them for like $100 or something. It was crazy. And then they like marked it down 60% off. I don't know. I got this. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. It's very, very cute. Normally I am like 100% cotton kind of gal, but we got this super inexpensively and I cannot pass up a good jack-o'-lantern print. We also got this gold kind of fabric. It almost looks like gold. It almost looks like tree bark. Some of this stuff my mom picked out, so I don't exactly know what projects she had envisioned, like this bolt of blue fabric. But once again, I'm just like sincerely lamenting, like, where are you gonna buy fabric anymore? Like, where is fabric even sold? Because Michael's doesn't even sell fabric. So this is actually part of another, or this like goes with another fabric I'm about to show you guys, but it's just green, like lime green cotton. And that goes with this fabric, which you guys, I bought basically a whole bolt of this and then I went back when they still had more and I bought more of it because I love this. There is something so like late 90s Y2K trance kind of like feeling to this fabric that I love. It is also kind of like a stretch fleece, but it has these black ants all over it. I am in love with this. So my goal is to find a like Y2K era pattern, jacket pattern. I really only like using vintage patterns, honestly, like whether I'm doing a costume or anything else. So I'm trying to find like almost the shape of like a denim type jacket, pattern like that. And so we got this fabric and then this is going to be like the kind of like stabilizer on the inside to keep it from stretching so much. So this is going to be the liner and this is going to be the jacket, but I wanted to get enough to make a jacket and oh, I just hit you with this bolt of fabric. I wanted enough for a jacket and then like a matching like cosmetic pouch. So that is what those two bolts are for. And then once again, my mom and I picked this out. We kind of thought it felt a little bit like Jellycat, cutesy kind of stuff. But my mom loves clouds. So yeah, eventually we got this fabric when they were like not cutting fabric anymore. You just basically had to like buy whatever was on the bolt. And then last but not least, you guys, I don't know where I'm gonna get these from anymore. These are the greatest things for keeping me organized. I had never seen this color before. I got 3 that were identical. These were the last 3 of these in the store, but I absolutely love these. I organize everything in these, like my keychains and phone charms before I hang them up. I've got these like places I hang them in our closet. Like when I want to organize things for hauls, for videos, I put them in there, like so much of my stationery or like my backdrop paper so it doesn't get like bent or ruined. I keep in there, you guys. And I've got a lot of them, but I use them quite frequently. And then, you know, this is the filming room and I've got like a storage closet over there. And those are just so great to like sit and stack on the shelf so that my stuff is even moderately organized. But you guys, rest in peace, Joann's. I don't know where we're all gonna be going from now that there is no like craft store. Like, I honestly, I hope something occurs because like I'm literally like, dang, like where are you gonna order like crafting supplies from anymore? Like where do you get thread from if not Joann? You know, maybe not that many people in this world need thread. Is that the problem? Is that why Joann's went out of business? I don't know, you guys. Anyway, sippy now that we're at the end here. But thank you guys so much for hanging out today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp Family, and give an alligator its wings. I love you guys so much, and I'll be back again very, very soon. Bye!